Jackson, how's the camp going so far?
Yeah, the camp's been great. It's a really cool opportunity that we have of bringing the first team guys with a lot of the 23s. So I think being able to see the ins and outs and of how the camp works for a lot of the younger guys and up and coming through the national team is really special, and I think the group has done really well, and the coaching staff has kind of given a good clear idea of the philosophy of how we want to act and how we want to play. And so I think the camp has gone really well, and we're excited to keep improving and keep bringing these young guys and integrating them into the team.
Awesome. Thank you, Jackson. A reminder before we get started, you can raise your hand on the bottom bar there if you'd like to ask a question. We'll start now with Brian Skrev from American Soccer Now. Brian, you should be able to unmute your microphone now.
Thank you very much, Chris. And Jackson, in terms of the team preparation, this has been the first dedicated U23 camp in probably be over a year, or about a year. Discuss how sufficient is that to go into a qualifying tournament in March. Then also discuss how you think the younger guys, particularly the players who would have been eligible for the U20 team, are able to handle the adjustment into the U23 level, which is substantially higher. Thank you.
I think our last time was at qualifiers in Mexico that we were all together as a team. Last year was a long time being separated, but I think through that year, I think there was a lot of growth within the team. I think individuals started performing really well at their MLS teams and teams abroad, and started getting good minutes and improving. And you can see that in this camp where we haven't been together as a U23 team since that time, but the levels increased dramatically. And I think being together with the first team and seeing how some of the older guys act, being with the coaching staff and being together in this long period of time, getting ready for the tournament in March is going to be very crucial. The young guys, like I said all the time, there's no drop in the level. They come into camp and there's a system that's in place, there's a philosophy in place, and they jump in right in, and they bring enthusiasm and they bring youthful energy to the team, and they all want to get better. And so I think the ability to have this camp with the players in it, the young guys and the old guys, and seeing the participation between everyone has been great, and I think it'll benefit us a lot going into this year.
Thank you, Brian. Next up, we'll take Charles Bowen from MLSsoccer.com. Charles, you should be able to unmute your microphone.
Thanks. Could you speak a little bit about maybe any distinctions or adjustments from U23s to the senior level? Jason and some of your teammates have talked about how similar and integrated things are, but I would think if you're dealing with different personnel and maybe a few sort of tweaks from one coach and one group to another, is there any challenge to that, or kind of the nuances of that?
I think the coaching staffs work really close together. So from top to bottom, it's very similar. The philosophy and the way we play and the style that we want to play is all connected and very similar. And I think that's the way forward for U.S. soccer is getting all the levels to play the same, and to play the right way and play the way that the first team is showing. And credit to the coaching staff and to Greg and Jason for working so close together, and being able to integrate all these guys and learning the concepts that the first team is doing right away. I think you see in the first couple of training sessions that people are picking up really quickly, and that's credit to them and credit to the quality of players that are in camp.
And then a quick follow-up, could you speak on how your time working with Matias Almeida has helped you at the international level?
Yeah, I think the past years has been really special working under him. I think he brings a different element of passion to the game, and a different way of living it. And I think that internally has helped me a lot to be able to express and really enjoy being on the field and enjoy getting better. And I think the intensity and the aggressiveness that he has translate to everyone, and myself included. The defensive aspect, I think he's helped me improve a lot in that area, and I try to bring what I learn and what I see back that team into this one and try to give my all here.
Thank you, Charles. Next up, we'll take Yueill from Univision. Just a reminder, if you have a question to get in the queue, go ahead and raise your hand. Kelly, you should be able to unmute your microphone now.
Thanks, Chris. Hi, Jackson. What's the level of pressure going into qualifiers? Just the pressure to qualify and the pressure that given the talent in the team and the experience of some players like yourself to enter the tournament as the favorites, basically. Thank you.
Yeah, I think, we're looking at it as an opportunity. I think, we failed the past 2 cycles. I think we've missed some marks in the past, and we're ready to start a new generation, a new chapter for U.S. soccer, and it starts with this year and with this tournament because it'll be the first qualification. And I think, us as a group and the coaching staffs are all dialed in. I think we're going into this believing that we have a good chance and we have a great team, and we believe in ourselves and that we can accomplish great things. So we're not really looking at it as pressure on us too much, but we're looking at it as an opportunity to take another step forward and keep improving as a team and as a country, and building a culture that goes into these tournaments as ready as possible and succeeds in these tournaments and does really well.